Looking for a headphone with great technical bravura? How about the Bravura? Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our awesome audiophile content. Now, the word bravura derives from Italian and means great technical skill and brilliance shown in a performance. It's a fitting name for Warwick Acoustics' new Bravura headphone, which is an update to their Sonoma M1 electrostatic headphone from a few years back. So let's take a look at these beauties. The Bravura headphones are eye-catching and they look and feel really substantial and well-made. The black version, which I have here, has silver grills that give a peek to the copper mesh behind them that protects the drivers. And the top of the headphone features a simple W logo etched into a dark orange circle. And something to note is that the headband on the Bravura is much wider than the headband on the Sonoma M1, which I really like. It's actually a version of the headband from Warwick's flagship Apereo headphone. And the hand-stitched leather cushion underneath is generously padded. The headphones are available in silver or this special edition matte black. The headphone itself is touted as being less clampy than the Sonoma M1 headphone was. In my opinion, both headphones seem to have a rather substantial clamping force. I don't perceive less with the Bravura. Now, I wouldn't say this is unpleasant, but it could be uncomfortable for some people. Headphone fit preferences are so subjective and depend on things like the shape and width of your head as well as ear size. Now, the ear cups on the Bravura are injected magnesium, and the ear pads are handmade from cabretta leather, which is known for being lightweight, soft, and durable. Now, so this is the Sonoma M1 amplifier. This unit is compact, but solidly constructed from machined aluminum. On the top, you have 3 rows of vents for heat dissipation in the same 3D wave pattern as the headphone grills. So the front of the unit has a toggle switch for digital and analog, a volume knob, and the headphone output. On the back, you've got your power switch, digital inputs, USB and coax SPDIF, and 2 stereo analog inputs, 1 high level via RCA jacks, 1 low level via a 3.5mm mini socket. Now, this amp was previously available in silver only, but like the headphones, now it's available in black matte or silver. So if you're purchasing it now, you have your choice. And let's take a quick look at the cable. Because electrostatic headphones do not present a normal load to just any amplifier, you cannot use just any cable to connect your amplifier to your headphones. The Bravura comes with a new custom ultra-low capacitance cable, and you can read much more about this in our written review, which is linked below. Now, as far as pricing for the setup you see here, the black Bravura headphones plus the Sonoma M1 amplifier go for $67.95. It's $23.95 just for the headphones if you already have the amp. And you'll pay a little less for the silver versions on this setup. Visit us at moon-audio.com and our product page linked below for exact pricing. As an electrostatic headphone, the Bravura is a bit different from your typical dynamic or planar magnetic headphone. The Bravura is more accurately a headphone system in that it has its own energizing headphone amp and DAC. If you're wondering what I mean by energizing headphone amp, let me explain. As I mentioned, electrostatic headphones differ from other headphone types. Instead of their drivers operating by electromagnetism, they run on the principle of static electricity. E-stat headphones have higher voltage requirements than other headphones, so you cannot use just any headphone amp. You must use an appropriately matched amp that energizes or excites the drivers. The good news is that the Bravura uses the same amplifier that the Sonoma M1 did. So if you own the Sonoma M1 amp, you can simply update the headphones. Otherwise, you'll need to purchase the Sonoma M1 amplifier to power the Bravura headphones. The Bravura uses the same proprietary HPEL driver technology as the Sonoma One headphones, but with some updates. The latest evolution of the single-ended HPEL uses a new stator design and more advanced materials, resulting in ultra-low distortion, wider bandwidth, and increased SPL, correcting a notable pain point with the Sonoma M1. Yes, the Bravura can output more sound. It's on average 10 to 12 dB louder across the frequency range than the Sonoma M1. And because the Bravura is using the same amplifier as the Sonoma M1, this confirms that there are driver improvements within the Bravura headphones themselves. For a deeper look at the HPEL driver technology, see our written review, which we've linked below. Now, the Bravura has many sound attributes associated with electrostatic headphones. It's transparent, airy, and detailed with good transient response. The sound is very natural with a little bit of warmth. The organic quality of the sound hooked me right away, and yet the Bravura doesn't sound exactly like an E-Stat headphone, which I expect to sound a little bit analytical or lacking in a certain weight or fullness of sound. The mids are what captured my attention right away. It's got a lot of heft with vocals right up front on most tracks. Treble, meanwhile, is nothing short of gorgeous, lending nice detail and airiness to the sound. Bass has a pleasing punch, and to my ears, it's noticeably more impactful than on the Sonoma M1 headphones. Instrument separation is phenomenal. I had such a sense of different sounds and frequencies floating around my head. I feel like the Bravura strikes the right balance between micro details and low-end depth. There is more than enough detail to satisfy critical listeners, but the treble never overwhelms. There's also a nice amount of low-end presence to add solidity and interest to the most minimalistic tracks. Now, because the Bravura is designed to deliver the most natural and honest reproduction of original sound recordings, Warwick Acoustics does only a subtle amount of DSP, or digital signal processing, with minimal effect to the frequency response curve. In order to obtain the desired response at the output of the headphones, they digitally process all signals using custom 64-bit double precision fixed point arithmetic. Fixed point is known to be superior in the world of auto processing, and Warwick's 64-bit arithmetic exceeds even the performance of professional audio workstations. Taking further advantage of the incredible accuracy of the 64-bit DSP, Warwick was able to implement within the amplifier a fully digital interpolated volume control, which dramatically outperforms all the pure analog stepped attenuators that they evaluated. To sum up, the Bravura is a complete electrostatic headphone system that shows off significant upgrades to its predecessor, the Sonoma M1. The Sonoma M1 was absolutely a great first effort for Warwick Acoustics, but the Bravura is a better headphone all around, looks, feel, and sound. It's a more substantial feeling and more comfortable headphone, even if it does retain some of the excess clamping force that was a criticism of the Sonoma M1. It's got more robust bass response and increased resolution. Perhaps its biggest achievement is its enhanced SPL. It achieves more volume with less effort. I like that the amplifier is relatively compact, leaving room on your desk or table for plenty of other things. If you listen to a lot of classical, jazz, acoustic, or vocal music, and you enjoy a detailed sound that is a little more relaxed in the treble than your average electrostatic headphone, the Bravura is a worthy contender. If you want to learn more about the Bravura, check out our written review, which is linked below. If you have any questions, leave us a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our audiophile reviews. Thanks so much for watching.